Today on Eagle Nation News, we have a show all about spirit. First up, we paint the story of a legacy art contest. Next up, put your seatbelts on to hear about one bus driver who is making a difference. And finally, we look into one baseball tradition. All of this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Landon Byram.
And I'm Colton Boston, bringing this week's news in and starts right now. Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us here again at Studio 301.
Today is Friday, May 16th, and for today's weather, there is a high of 88 degrees and a low of 78. With cloudy skies, this weather has been getting warmer and warmer every single day.
It really has, but let me just say, I am really looking forward to this summer.
Student creativity is becoming a permanent part of the school through one contest. Christina Krasnova paints the story.
A unique school competition is becoming an annual thing, back for its second year.
The Legacy Art Contest was actually a tradition that Mr. Jones started last year. He wanted artworks to be displayed permanently in the school, and so he asked us to help him out with that, and we encourage a lot of our students to enter their pieces in, and knowing that if they get selected, it stays in the school forever.
Last year's winner shares her experiences.
I made a portrait of my friend. I just took her outside and I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of your face. Kind of awkward, but it was fun. Then I painted it. I was just in art class again, and Miss Delaney was like, oh, and by the way, your piece won. And I got a $15 gift card to Swig.
This contest allows for the student body to be recognized for all of their activities and achievements.
If you look around the main hallway, you're going to see lots of students that broke records. It's beneficial for them to showcase their art students as well. To be part of the Legacy, I think it means a lot to the students. We may not have the fanciest equipment in the art room, but we'd still have the most dedicated and talented students, and they work really hard.
It was really nice to get that kind of recognition. It's a nice reminder that I'm doing something good.
And being a part of the legacy of our school gives the art students and teacher a special spotlight.
I love being able to see it there, and the fact that it's of my friends, I think it's fun to share with them the experience too.
The school is intentional about choosing the pieces that represent the whole department, choosing pieces that look unique and different. And so that's what I love about it. It doesn't have to be the most hyper-realistic art piece, but if it comes from your imagination and if you visually put in all your hard work, it can get selected.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Christina Krasnova.
All artworks for this competition were due on May 2nd, so the winner should be announced soon.
Yeah, and it'll be really interesting to see who wins, especially because their mark will be left here at PHS.
All of these artists are truly so talented.
Also talented are Hollywood actors. Talent Talk is up next.
It's time to start your morning off right. Get a taste of home with crisp hash browns, specialty pancakes, and more. There's something for people of all ages. Visit Jam and Toast in Frisco today. Family owned, locally loved.
Things are being shaken up because of a new global leader.
Dylan Mize is in studio with more.
Thanks, Colton. History was made this week as Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected the next pope, taking the name Pope Leo XIV. After centuries of tradition, he's officially the first American pope in the church's history. That announcement came straight out of the Vatican and sent shockwaves through global faith communities. Social media was buzzing with reactions from celebrations to critical commentary about what this could mean for the future of the church. While Prevost is known for his more moderate stance on many issues, only time will tell how he chooses to lead. But it's clear we're entering a new era for the Catholic world. Now let's shift from the Vatican to the Vibranium. Marvel's Thunderbolts is still crushing it at the box office. Yes, even with new releases dropping left and right, this film is holding on to that #1 spot for another weekend. The ensemble cast, which includes Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, and Wyatt Russell, has been a big draw, but fans are really loving the darker tone and morally gray characters. Think of it as Suicide Squad, but with a Marvel edge. Critics are mixed, but fans online have been raving, calling it a refreshing change and even one of the best Phase 5 films so far. And finally, get ready to return to Oz. Universal Pictures has announced that the highly anticipated sequel, Wicked for Good, will hit theaters on November 21st, 2025. The film continues the story of Elphaba and Glinda, with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande reprising their iconic roles. But before the sequel's release, fans can look forward to a special one-night-only event on June 4th. The original Wicked film will be re-released into the theaters across the U.S. and Canada, culminating in the debut of Wicked for Good. Trailer immediately after the screening, attendees will also receive a complimentary poster while supplies lasts. The first look at the sequel's poster was unveiled at CinemaCon 2025, featuring Elphaba and Glinda standing on opposing cliffs, symbolizing their diverging paths. The tagline reads, "You will be changed," hinting at the transformative journey ahead. With the original film grossing over $740 million worldwide, expectations are high for this next chapter in this beloved musical saga. What do you guys think back at the desk?
I'm gonna be honest, Dylan, I haven't seen Wicked, and I honestly don't plan on watching it anytime soon.
Me neither. I'm just not a big movie guy, but I am a big sports guy.
Me too. I was out watching Powder Puff earlier, although it was so hot.
Yes, and I know with the hot weather, some people might just want a sweet treat to cool off. Luckily, one ice cream place is opening up soon. Neela Adams is on the scene with the scoop.
Thanks, Colton. A week from today, we will be on summer break. And what's a better way to start off our vacation than ice cream? Behind me, Handel's Ice Cream Shop is being built with over 100 different flavors, and you can choose between sundaes, cones, or milkshakes. It is set to be opening in roughly 2 weeks, and if the weather this summer is anything like it's been this week, it cannot open sooner. So what are your favorite ice cream flavors back at the desk?
My personal favorite is a hot fudge sundae, and nobody does it better than Abbott's.
I haven't tried Abbott's, but I'm sure it is a great addition to Prosper.
Yes, and speaking of Prosper, Prosper ISD staff is always working towards more student interaction, and this includes our transportation staff.
Maddie Kett meets with one bus driver to hear how they make that possible.
Prosper ISD students wake up every single morning excited and ready for the school day. But for some, the bus ride to school is the most important part.
We're the first thing that they see even before they really see their teachers. So that first impression, is everything.
It's important to, have a good positive interaction and say good morning. And I actually have had students come back and say, that's something that we, really do appreciate.
Bus drivers don't just support transportation, they support their students just as much.
Honestly, an atmosphere where they feel safe in to actually be their unique self. The world tries to throw a lot of things, at them.
And Daryl makes this possible.
Say hi, acknowledge that they even exist. This person thought enough of me to at least, say hi, what have you. Let's see what else is down the line, for me. And hopefully it'd be pretty much the same or even better.
Daryl is only one of many Prosper ISD bus drivers who work to make the ride to school a little brighter. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Maddie Kett.
It is amazing to see the lasting impact that is left on all of these students.
We cannot make it without the kindness from our bus staff.
Yes, our bus drivers here in Prosper ensure all of these students start off their day on the right note.
Yes, and ending their season on the right note is Prosper Sports. Game time is up next.
All 9th through 11th grade students will have to return their Chromebooks and chargers to the nest next week on either Wednesday or Thursday during your English class. If you are attending summer school taking the SAT or ACT over the summer, you will keep your Chromebooks.
Prosper Sports are coming to a close.
Elsa Meyer is in studio with this week's Game Time.
Thanks, Glendon. Get ready for the shortest Game Time update this year, but it's for good reason. Prosper Sports have pretty much wrapped up, but one sport is still going strong: baseball. Swinging into this week's update, last Thursday, the Eagles faced off against Lake Highlands in round 2 of playoffs and came out on top with a final score of 11-4, advancing them to round 3. And just yesterday, the Eagles played in Game 1 of the regional semifinals against Manfield Legacy Broncos, and unfortunately fell short with a final score of 0-2. But tonight, they will have a chance for redemption, as they will face the Broncos again for Game 2 in Carrollton at Kelly Field at 7. So be sure to show up and support your Eagles baseball team. Speaking of baseball, with playoffs in full swing, the team is hard at work. Riley McDermott pitches into the story of one of their unique traditions.
For the Prosper baseball team, a winning season isn't just measured in runs on the scoreboard. Each year when the team makes playoffs, players bleach their hair as part of a tradition that's been around for more than a decade.
if you do something as a team, I feel like it's boosted chemistry, and I feel like you grow closer with the people that you do it with. So I do think it's important. It adds a fun aspect to it, and it's a good team bonding thing, I believe.
The tradition started at the College World Series as a way to create good luck, but stuck around at PHS because of what it represents for the teammates.
Prosper Baseball is a great baseball program, and the traditions that kind of tie us to the past, I think, are significant. And it makes that connection between where we've been and where we're at right now, and it kind of solidifies us as a team right now and a unit.
For some, the tradition puts things into perspective, especially as the school year ends.
Not taking anything for granted is a big deal, and we're in the middle of the playoffs. It's kind of the middle of the most important season, but it's kind of towards the end of the school year, and if you look at it, you really only got 3-4 weeks left with the people that you do this with every day. So it's something that I've kind of learned as I've gone throughout my senior year, is kind of just to cherish everything.
With playoffs in progress, every game and every bleached head is a reminder for the teammates to make most of their season. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Riley McDermott.
Our baseball team is playing Mansfield Legacy tonight at 7 p.m., so make sure to show up and give your support.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Colton Boston.
And I'm Landon Byram. Have a great weekend, and go Eagles.
Eagles.